Disclaimer: the following story and its characters are entirely fictional and crafted for entertainment purposes only. The Mile High Escape Room, Mason's Mystery Tales. Chapter 1, The Disappearance. The Mile High Escape Room, nestled in the heart of downtown Denver, had earned its reputation as a thrilling and mysterious attraction. People from all walks of life flocked to the venue, eager to test their wits and teamwork in a series of meticulously designed puzzles and challenges. It was a place where adrenaline and excitement ran high, and for many, it offered a memorable escape from the mundane. On a crisp autumn evening, the escape room was alive with laughter and chatter. Groups of friends and families gathered, their faces lit with anticipation. Among them was a young woman named Sarah, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. She had heard tales of the Mile High Escape Room's legendary puzzles and had come with a group of friends to experience the thrill for herself. As the game commenced, the participants were locked inside a room filled with cryptic symbols, mysterious contraptions, and hidden clues. Sarah and her friends immersed themselves in the challenge, eager to conquer the room's puzzles and emerge victorious. However, as the minutes turned into hours, an unsettling realization dawned upon them: Sarah was missing. She had been there one moment, passionately deciphering clues, and the next, she was gone without a trace. Panic set in among her friends as they searched frantically for her, but the escape room's puzzles offered no answers. Word of Sarah's disappearance spread quickly, reaching the ears of the Denver Police Department. It was not long before Mason Sinclair, the renowned detective known for his unparalleled skills in solving mysteries, and his astute assistant, Emma, received a call. They arrived at the Mile High Escape Room, where the atmosphere had shifted from excitement to anxiety. Mason's sharp eyes surveyed the scene, taking in the frantic participants and the perplexing puzzles. It was clear that this was no ordinary disappearance. Mason turned to Emma and said, "We have a mystery on our hands, Emma. Let's start by gathering information from the staff and participants. We need to understand what happened in that room and where Sarah might be." Emma nodded, and together, they ventured into the enigmatic realm of the Mile High Escape Room, determined to uncover the truth behind Sarah's disappearance and bring her back to safety. The clock was ticking, and the puzzles that once promised adventure now held the key to a real-life mystery. Chapter 2, The Investigation Begins. The interior of the Mile High Escape Room was a labyrinth of themed chambers, each more intricate and puzzling than the last. Mason Sinclair and Emma ventured deeper into the facility, their senses heightened as they took in the atmosphere. The puzzles and challenges that once promised exhilaration now held a shroud of mystery and concern. They made their way to the lobby, where they were greeted by the sight of anxious participants and worried friends of Sarah. The staff, dressed in uniforms with the Mile High Escape Room logo, moved about with a mix of concern and confusion. Mason approached the front desk, where a young receptionist was frantically answering phone calls and inquiries. With his characteristic calm demeanor, he introduced himself. "I'm Mason Sinclair, and this is my assistant, Emma. We're here to investigate the disappearance of Sarah." The receptionist, whose name tag read Lisa, let out a relieved sigh. "Oh, thank goodness you're here, Mr. Sinclair. It's been chaos since Sarah vanished during the game. We've never experienced anything like this." Mason nodded in understanding. "We'll do our best to get to the bottom of this. Can you tell us everything you know about what happened?" Lisa recounted the events leading up to Sarah's disappearance. She explained that Sarah and her friends had chosen the Enigma Chamber, one of the escape rooms known for its challenging puzzles. Lisa had monitored the room's progress through surveillance cameras, but when she noticed Sarah missing, she immediately sounded the alarm. Emma inquired, "Do you have any information on Sarah's friends or any unusual occurrences during the game?" Lisa hesitated for a moment before replying, "Well, Sarah's friends have been questioned by the police, but they're just as baffled as we are. And as for unusual occurrences, the only thing we found was a handwritten note in the room that didn't belong to any of our puzzles." Mason's interest was piqued. "A handwritten note, you say? May we see it?" Lisa retrieved the note and handed it to Mason. The message was cryptic, written in hurried handwriting, The Enigma chamber holds the key. Find her before it's too late. There were no other clues or signatures. Emma observed, this note suggests that Sarah's disappearance might be connected to the escape room itself. Mason nodded, his analytical mind already at work. We need to speak to the owner of this establishment, Mr. Greg Hartnett. And let's also find out more about Sarah, her background, why she chose this particular escape room, and any personal circumstances that might be relevant. Lisa guided them to Greg Hartnett's office, where the owner waited, his expression a mixture of concern and distress. As the investigation unfolded, Mason and Emma were determined to unravel the secrets of the Mile High escape room and, more importantly, find Sarah before it was too late. Chapter 3: Clues and Conundrums. Greg Hartnett, the owner of the Mile High escape room, welcomed Mason and Emma into his office, his concern etched on his face. I can't believe something like this has happened in my establishment, he said, running a hand through his disheveled hair. We take pride in our escape rooms, and safety is our top priority. Mason reassured him, we're here to help find Sarah, Mr. Hartnett. We'll do everything in our power to bring her back safely. After obtaining some preliminary information about the escape room, Mason and Emma decided to investigate the Enigma chamber, the room where Sarah had gone missing. Greg led them to the entrance, and they entered the room with a sense of anticipation. Inside, they were greeted by a room filled with perplexing puzzles, enigmatic symbols, and a sense of eerie ambience. Mason examined the room carefully, taking note of the puzzles that had stumped Sarah and her friends. It was evident that this was not an ordinary escape room. As they delved deeper into the Enigma chamber, they discovered more than just puzzles related to the game. Hidden among the riddles and challenges were a series of cryptic messages, notes and drawings left behind by Sarah. It became apparent that she had been actively trying to communicate with anyone who might follow her trail. Emma uncovered a particularly puzzling message scrawled on a wall. It read, "The symbols hold the truth." Next to it was a collection of unusual symbols, their meanings unknown. Mason analyzed the symbols, his keen mind racing. These symbols may be the key to understanding what happened here, he said. Let's document them and continue exploring. As they proceeded through the room, more messages and symbols came to light. One message read, "Beware the Enigma's keeper," while another included a sequence of numbers that seemed to have no apparent significance. Emma pointed to a drawing on the floor that depicted a complex maze with arrows pointing in various directions. "It's as if Sarah was trying to leave us breadcrumbs," she said. Mason agreed. Indeed, it seemed she was leaving clues to guide us. But what is the enigma she mentioned? And who is its keeper? The messages and symbols began to hint at a hidden agenda or an imminent danger. The Enigma Chamber was becoming more than just a challenging game, it was a puzzle of its own, filled with enigmas that seemed to transcend the boundaries of the escape room. As Mason and Emma continued to piece together the clues left behind by Sarah, they realized that they were not only racing against time to find her but also unraveling a mystery that went far beyond the boundaries of the Mile High escape room. Chapter 4: Hidden Connections. With the cryptic messages and symbols from the Enigma Chamber in hand, Mason and Emma embarked on a quest to uncover the hidden connections that might shed light on Sarah's disappearance. Their investigation led them to Sarah's friends and family, each interview revealing unexpected ties to the Mile High escape room and its owner, Greg Hartnett. They began by speaking with Sarah's friends who had been with her during the escape room experience. The friends, visibly shaken by her disappearance, were eager to help in any way they could. As Mason questioned them, he learned that Sarah had been an avid fan of escape rooms and had visited the Mile High escape room multiple times in the past. Her passion for puzzles and challenges had drawn her to the Enigma Chamber that fateful night. Emma then delved into Sarah's background, uncovering that she had recently begun working as a project manager for a technology company in Denver. This information raised new questions. Could her job be connected to her disappearance in some way? Further inquiries into Sarah's circle of acquaintances revealed an intriguing rivalry between the Mile High escape room and a competing escape room company, Escape Enigma, owned by a man named Victor Caldwell. Victor had been a close friend of Greg Hartnett in their youth, but they had grown apart due to a personal dispute over a failed business venture. Mason and Emma decided to pay a visit to Escape Enigma, hoping to glean insights into the rivalry and ascertain whether it had any bearing on Sarah's disappearance. Upon their arrival, Victor Caldwell was hesitant to cooperate at first, but Mason's reputation as a detective opened doors. Victor admitted to the strained relationship with Greg Hartnett, but insisted that he had no involvement in Sarah's disappearance. He revealed that Escape Enigma had recently unveiled a new escape room challenge to compete with the Mile High Escape Room's Enigma Chamber. The competition had intensified as both companies vied for the title of Denver's top escape room attraction. The detectives' instincts told them there was more to the rivalry than met the eye. They decided to dig deeper into the financial records of both companies, suspecting that corporate espionage might be at play. Their investigation uncovered a series of suspicious financial transactions, suggesting that someone was leaking confidential information between the two companies. As the pieces of the puzzle fell into place, Mason and Emma realized that Sarah's involvement in the tech industry and the ongoing competition between the escape room companies could be key elements in solving the mystery. The web of personal grudges and financial motives was becoming increasingly intricate, hinting at a larger conspiracy that connected the Mile High Escape Room, Escape Enigma, and Sarah's disappearance. The deeper they delved, the more dangerous the game became. Chapter 5: The Race Against Time. The realization struck Mason and Emma like a bolt of lightning. Sarah's disappearance had not been a planned part of the escape room game. Instead, it was the result of a carefully orchestrated event, a mystery within a mystery. They were now racing against time to decipher the cryptic messages and puzzles left behind by Sarah to find her location. Returning to the Enigma Chamber, they examined each message and symbol with renewed intensity. The room, once a place of playful challenges, had transformed into a high-stakes puzzle with Sarah's life hanging in the balance. The initial puzzles were deceptively straightforward, designed to mimic the escape room's regular challenges. But as Mason and Emma progressed, they realized that the clues were not just hidden within the room's props, they were a part of a larger, interconnected puzzle that spanned the entire escape room facility. Hours turned into a race against the clock as the detectives encountered increasingly complex riddles, locked compartments, and hidden passages. The clues were cryptic, leading them on a convoluted path that hinted at danger and conspiracy. One message read, "The Keeper holds the key to her fate," while another provided a set of coordinates that led to a remote location on the outskirts of Denver. They knew that deciphering these clues was not just a matter of rescuing Sarah but also unmasking the mysterious figure known as the Keeper. Their pursuit of the truth led them to a hidden chamber within the escape room, where they discovered a series of interconnected puzzles that would ultimately reveal Sarah's location. The puzzles, designed to be challenging even for seasoned detectives, required both logic and intuition. As Mason and Emma delved deeper into the labyrinthine puzzles, they couldn't help but admire Sarah's resilience and resourcefulness. Her messages had guided them this far, but the most critical challenge was yet to come. Time was running out, and the tension in the room was palpable. The puzzles were reaching their climax, demanding every ounce of their deductive skills and teamwork. With each solved riddle, they felt closer to the truth, yet the stakes grew higher as they uncovered new layers of complexity. They knew that solving the final puzzle would not only reveal Sarah's location but also unmask the true mastermind behind her disappearance. The race against time had become a race against a formidable adversary, and the fate of a young woman hung in the balance as Mason and Emma pushed the boundaries of their investigative abilities. Chapter 6: Unmasking the Culprit. Mason and Emma's relentless pursuit of the cryptic messages and challenging puzzles led them to the heart of the Mile High Escape Room, a hidden chamber concealed within the labyrinthine facility. The chamber, shrouded in darkness, held the final piece of the puzzle that would determine Sarah's fate. As they entered the chamber, a chilling silence enveloped them. The atmosphere was thick with tension, and their flashlights revealed an eerie tableau. Sarah, bound and gagged, lay on the floor, her eyes filled with a mix of fear and relief upon seeing her rescuers. Without hesitation, Mason and Emma rushed to untie her, ensuring her safety first. Once freed, Sarah, though visibly shaken, managed to whisper her gratitude. Mason surveyed the room, his sharp eyes scanning for any signs of the culprit. It wasn't long before they spotted a figure lurking in the shadows, concealed beneath a cloak and wearing a mask. The mysterious keeper of the enigma had been revealed. The masked figure raised their hands in surrender, realizing that the game had reached its conclusion. With a sense of determination, Mason stepped forward and unmasked the individual, revealing their identity to be none other than Lisa, the receptionist from the escape room. "Why, Lisa?" Emma asked, her voice tinged with disbelief. "Why did you do this?" Lisa, her face pale and her eyes filled with regret, explained herself. "I never wanted any of this to happen. I needed to bring attention to the escape room's secrets, to the hidden dangers within. I didn't mean for anyone to get hurt." Mason, ever the keen investigator, pressed further. "What secrets were you trying to expose, Lisa? And why involve Sarah in all of this?" Lisa revealed that she had stumbled upon a series of confidential documents that detailed a sinister plot involving the rivalry between the Mile High escape room and Escape Enigma. These documents indicated that the competition between the two companies had escalated to the point of corporate espionage and potential sabotage. Sarah, as an employee at a tech company, had unknowingly come into possession of these documents. Lisa, fearing for Sarah's safety and convinced that her friends were too immersed in the escape room's challenges to notice the danger, had orchestrated the entire ordeal to draw attention to the hidden agendas at play. "I never meant for it to go this far," Lisa confessed, tears welling up in her eyes. "I just wanted to expose the truth and protect Sarah." With the truth laid bare, Mason contacted the authorities to ensure that justice was served. Lisa would face the consequences of her actions, but Sarah's safety had been secured, and the mystery of her disappearance had been unraveled. As they left the Mile High escape room, Sarah expressed her gratitude to Mason and Emma for rescuing her. The dark secrets lurking within the escape room had been exposed, and the rivalry between the two companies had come to light. While the ordeal had been harrowing, it had also revealed the strength of teamwork, determination, and the unwavering commitment to uncovering the truth. The paradox that had gripped the Mile High escape room had finally been unraveled, leaving behind a trail of mysteries solved and justice served. Chapter 7: A Surprising Twist. The revelation that Lisa had been the one to orchestrate Sarah's disappearance left Mason and Emma in shock. However, as seasoned detectives, they couldn't help but sense that there was more to the story than met the eye. The true mastermind behind the escape room mystery had yet to be unveiled. They decided to delve deeper into the rivalry between the Mile High escape room and Escape Enigma, suspecting that there might be someone else pulling the strings behind the scenes. Their investigation led them to financial records that hinted at a hidden puppeteer manipulating the competition for their own gain. Upon further scrutiny, Mason and Emma uncovered a surprising twist. It wasn't Lisa, but Greg Hartnett, the owner of the Mile High escape room, who had been secretly orchestrating the events to eliminate his rival, Victor Caldwell, the owner of Escape Enigma. The motive was clear: Greg harbored deep-seated resentment towards Victor for a failed business venture in their youth. He had carefully planned and executed the corporate espionage, using Lisa as a pawn to obtain confidential documents that would tarnish Victor's reputation and business. But what he hadn't anticipated was that Lisa would take matters into her own hands, going to extreme lengths to expose the truth, and ultimately kidnapping Sarah to draw attention to the sinister secrets within the escape room. With this revelation, Mason and Emma confronted Greg Hartnett, revealing their knowledge of his involvement. The confrontation was dramatic, as Greg initially denied any wrongdoing but eventually confessed to his actions under the weight of evidence and witnesses. The case had taken an unexpected turn, exposing layers of deception, betrayal, and rivalry that had festered for years. Sarah's disappearance had been the catalyst for unraveling a web of intrigue that spanned the rivalry between the two escape room companies. In the end, justice was served. Greg Hartnett faced legal repercussions for his actions, and Lisa, though misguided in her attempt to protect Sarah, also faced consequences for her role in the ordeal. The Mile High Escape Room and Escape Enigma reached a truce, with both companies pledging to compete fairly and ethically. The clever resolution of the case demonstrated the importance of uncovering the truth, even in the face of unexpected twists and turns. Mason and Emma had successfully navigated a labyrinth of mysteries, leaving behind a story that would become yet another legendary tale in the world of Mason's Mystery Tales. Chapter 8: Restoring Trust. With the truth revealed and justice served, Mason and Emma turned their attention to restoring trust in the Mile High Escape Room and its owner, Greg Hartnett. The dark secrets that had shrouded the establishment had been exposed, and it was time to rebuild its reputation as a place of entertainment and challenge. Mason and Emma approached Greg Hartnett with a proposal to mend the damage that had been done. They suggested a public apology acknowledging his role in the corporate espionage and his commitment to running the escape room with integrity and fairness. Greg, burdened by guilt and eager to salvage his reputation, agreed to their plan. Sarah's safe return had brought immense relief to her loved ones. Her friends, who had initially been wary of the escape room, expressed their gratitude to Mason and Emma for their unwavering dedication to solving the case and ensuring Sarah's safety. Sarah herself, though shaken by her ordeal, was determined to move forward and put the traumatic experience behind her. The Mile High Escape Room underwent a thorough security overhaul, implementing improved safety measures to ensure the well-being of all participants. Mason and Emma worked closely with the staff to ensure that every puzzle, challenge, and game was designed with the utmost consideration for the participants' safety and enjoyment. In a public statement, Greg Hartnett publicly apologized for his actions and pledged to run the Mile High Escape Room with honesty, transparency, and a commitment to fair competition. The statement also acknowledged the invaluable role that Mason and Emma had played in uncovering the truth and ensuring justice. The Denver community, initially shaken by the escape room mystery, slowly began to regain their trust in the establishment. The Mile High Escape Room, now with a renewed commitment to ethical practices, reopened its doors to eager participants, who appreciated the changes and the dedication to safety. As the escape room flourished once more, Mason and Emma reflected on their journey to uncover the truth and restore trust. The case had been a challenging one, filled with unexpected twists and turns, but it had ultimately led to justice and the opportunity for redemption. With the Mile High Escape Room back on the path of integrity and fair competition, Mason and Emma looked forward to their next adventure in the world of Mason's Mystery Tales. The enigmatic realm of mysteries and puzzles continued to beckon, promising more thrilling tales to come. Chapter 9: Reflection and Future Adventures. With the case of the Mile High Escape Room finally resolved, Mason and Emma found a moment to reflect on the challenging journey they had undertaken. They sat together in a quiet corner of a Denver cafe, sipping their coffee and contemplating the twists and turns of the case. Emma sighed contentedly, breaking the comfortable silence. "Mason, this case was unlike any we've encountered before. It had all the elements of a great mystery, deception, rivalry, hidden agendas, but it was also a reminder of the unexpected directions a case can take." Mason nodded in agreement. "Indeed, Emma. Every case is a unique puzzle, and this one certainly kept us on our toes. But the satisfaction of reuniting Sarah with her family and exposing the truth made it all worthwhile." Their reflections were interrupted by a message on Mason's phone. It was a notification from their next destination, a new mystery that awaited them in a different part of the world. The message contained a tantalizing clue, and Mason couldn't help but smile. "Our next adventure beckons," Mason said, showing the message to Emma. "A new mystery to unravel, new challenges to face." Emma grinned in anticipation. "I can't wait, Mason. It's a reminder that the world is full of enigmas waiting to be solved." With a sense of accomplishment and excitement for the adventures that lay ahead, Mason and Emma bid farewell to Denver. They knew that their journey as detectives in the world of Mason's Mystery Tales would continue, taking them to places unknown and uncovering mysteries untold. Enjoyed Mason's crime-solving journey through the heart of mysteries? Don't miss out on future captivating tales. Hit that subscribe button and join us on Mason's Mystery Tales for more thrilling adventures into the enigmatic realm of crime, secrets, and suspense. Stay tuned for upcoming stories that will keep you hooked and craving for more. Subscribe now and be a part of our detective community as we unravel the intriguing narratives that lie just beneath the surface. Your next suspenseful adventure awaits. Don't miss it.